All right, so before we get to a football today, a couple notes for you. I'm going to answer TJ's question. Just slight correction there for a moment. The doubleheader is a straight doubleheader, but that's not 1 in 640. It's 1 in 410.
Yeah, 110 start and then a straight doubleheader after that.
Sorry, just a quick note there.
You're happy to hear that news, huh?
I mean, yes and no. I wish they were good. Don't go down this part. It's like we were talking about watching the Kings Saturday night. I'm sitting here jealous of a purple space beam in Sacramento. I'm going, we don't have anything. I mean, that crowd was juiced. They were amped up. You're going, oh, my God, please, can we get something in this town? I'll leave it alone.
3 in a row.
So here's the deal, the Goff conversation. I was going to tell you is, look, if we were in the AFC, I would be demanding they take a quarterback at 6. Because the pathway of Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson, Lawrence, maybe Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, it's an arms race.
Gauntlet, yeah.
In the NFC, it's nothing I care about. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a nice player, but I don't fear him.
Trey Lance.
No, yeah, like I said. If you are in a meeting with your staff, you go around that room, can we win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff? And if that answer is not unanimous and zero hesitation, then you have to heavily consider taking a QB at 6. But I just believe you can, based on the Niners and the Eagles, looking at those two teams, built the way they're built up front. Yes, the Niners fell just short of beating the Chiefs, so did the Eagles. But getting there and the way they play, dominating up front, the Lions already have the O-line. My contention would be I'm drafting a couple of defensive linemen in this draft, including one at 6. And I'm going to do the same damn thing. And we're going to get there, and we are going to put you into a 15-round fight up front. I mean, TJ, maybe you're right. Maybe you get there, you get close, and it never happens. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there, because my answer for all this has always been, if I don't win it with Jared Goff, but I got there, I'll take every first-round pick from now into continuum, and I'll trade for a quarterback and go get him. I'm not drafting one. There's no scenario I'm drafting a QB anymore because the hit rate sucks.
Yeah, and it is a risk. I get that. But just kind of finish off where we left off.
You're fine.
I think that this system that Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell want to run is ultimately, I'm not trying to minimize the quarterback position. It's the most important position in football, obviously. But I think it is very quarterback friendly. I think it's hand the ball off. Look, perfect game, 25, 30 times.
Yeah.
We're going to throw in 15 to 18 play action passes. And maybe we're going to ask you to make, 7, 8, 9 big-time throws if we get stuck in third downs, right? This isn't a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes. We need you to be on for 40, 45 throws a game, and we're putting it all on your back to go do it. So that's where I look at it and I say, yes, Jared Goff is good enough. But then I look at it and say, you're going to run into some buzzsaws. And we're in agreement that we think the NFC could be pretty wide open, right? For almost anybody.
Very.
So in the NFC, yes, you tend to play this a little more black and blue football, right? We're going to pound you up front. We're going to get after you up front on defense. But if you run into a buzzsaw, against one of those AFC teams that you mentioned, is Jared Goff the type of guy that you can say, all right, hey, it's going to be a shootout, right? We got to go win this shootout. We saw how that happened. I know it was early in the year, but the Philly game, right? Got into a little bit of shootout. Pick 6 ended up killing him. Hey, Seahawks game, 48-45, turned into a shootout. Made a crucial mistake, right? Another pick 6. So that's where I just kind of look back on it. I say, okay, if Jared Goff's that type of guy where you say, you know what, we're down 14, we're down 17, we need to scrap the playbook and we're going 5 wide and we need to make some big time throws. I look at it and I say, I can't say with 100% certainty
well, then you do
that
realize,
I would be comfortable doing that.
You do realize then the guy that you have to take is Richardson. Hate to break it to you. What you're basically saying is they got to do that.
I want a big arm. I want a guy that can stretch the field, big time plays. And I know, look, hey, everybody can probably say the same thing, right? There were a lot of plays last year, Mike, where we're looking at deep balls, coming from Jared Goff, and it's like either underthrown, overthrown, miss. Right, the last throw of the Buffalo Bills game had a perfect chance to go, boom, put a staple in it, probably walk off with a win. Missed the throws, right? That's where it's just like you get so excited about guys like Jameson Williams and the speed that he has and how he's able to stretch the defense and get over the top. If you can't get the ball to him, what does it matter? Now you're going to –
David, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I kind of sidetracked it a little bit, but yes, I do want a guy with a big arm.
We started the day with Jalen Carter's visit and TJ talking about what he's hearing behind the scenes about some red flags with Jalen Carter. This man has turned into oversized Jim Costa now, and he's selling a quarterback over here. He's Cookie Deluxe over here.
Now I know why he doesn't want Carter. He wants that quarterback.
I'm not trying to sell it to you or the listeners.
You sold it to yourself.
I'm selling it to myself, and the more that I think about it, the more that it makes sense. And look, I know, like you say, hey, when's the next time they're going to? Hey, if they're going to be as good as we think they are for the next couple of years,
they're never picking.
They're never picking number 6 again. They're not going to pick in the top 5, the top 10.
And you don't like my idea of just trading for a veteran. Seems like every year quarterbacks want out of their situation.
Yeah, I mean, with the movement that we see in today's NFL, sure, that could be a possibility. I'm not saying it's never, now or never, but you also, and I know Cookie's got more facts on it than I do, but you look at, if I can get a guy on a 5-year contract, a rookie, a young player, we're paying him, a fifth of the fraction of what we would as a veteran starter.
Right.
And now you can truly have that 3, 4, 5-year window.
Okay.
To add more pieces.
He's even using the Costa language.
It's enticing, man. It is. It's juicy when you
we won't
think
be
about
at
it.
6 again.
But when you think about it, how can you not be excited about that possibility?
You want me to put a hole in this? We can pop this balloon right here. All right. So I'll give you an example of a team that had it built right, and they had a question at QB. Now, it was a guy who had been to a Super Bowl, didn't win it, been a guy who was a winner, but they wanted more. Great was the enemy of good. And they decided they were going to go out, put all their eggs in a basket, go draft a hotshot prospect who was hand-selected by their offensive genius coach. The team is the San Francisco 49ers, and the quarterback is Trey Lance. And they gave up their entire present and future to go get him, and it has been an unmitigated disaster. Now, part of it is injury. Part of it is he wasn't ready his first year. TJ, the upside is tantalizing, but the downside is horrifying.
Oh, you got to get it right if you're going to do it. You have to get it right. And I'm with you. But you also look at a team like the San Francisco 49ers. If you build it the right way, do you need a quarterback that's going to be making $40, $45 million a year to win on that team?
Guess not. Well,
I mean, look, we all saw what happened in the playoffs, right? Brock Purdy, yeah, he was a good story.
Yeah, but
when he got hurt, they had absolutely no chance. But you know what I'm saying?
I do.
You don't need – they don't need a Tom Brady. They don't need an Aaron Rodgers. They don't need a guy to pay $50 million to because they built the rest of the team the right way.
All right, we're taking a QB at 6.